Hello everyone, welcome to SW News. India is under a continuous lockdown to fight the battle against coronavirus, and this is the 19th day of the lockdown 2.0. Now we at SW News have started this special video series where we summarize the entire day's coronavirus updates in brief during the lockdown. Now let us first look at the global coronavirus cases and the death toll. Globally, coronavirus cases have reached up to 34 lakh 24,210 and 2,40,000, and more than that people have died. In India, as of now, there are a total of 37,776 active cases of coronavirus, whereas 10,018 people have either been cured, discharged or migrated. 1,223 people have died due to coronavirus. On Saturday, 11 infected patients died in India. There were 4 deaths recorded in Rajasthan. With this, the death toll in the state has now risen to 65. In Karnataka, 3 patients of COVID-19 lost their lives. On the other hand, in Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Bihar and Uttarakhand, these states also recorded 1 infected person's death due to COVID-19. Now let's move on to important news related to coronavirus. First of all is the financial stimulus that the government is planning to revive the economy. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday held a series of meetings with key ministers, including Home Minister Amit Shah and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and officials of the economic ministries to firm up the second stimulus package for sectors impacted by the lockdown to curb the spread of coronavirus. Now, the Prime Minister held discussions with Amit Shah and Nirmala Sitharaman and would have follow-up meetings with ministers of key economic ministries such as micro, small and medium enterprises, that is MSME. The Finance Ministry, which deferred the release of monthly GST collection numbers on Friday, is also scheduled to make a detailed presentation to the Prime Minister later in the day on the state of the economy and several initiatives that it plans to undertake to stimulate the Indian economy. Now, Prime Minister Modi had already held meetings with different ministries including Civil Aviation, Labour and Power on Friday. He had detailed deliberation with the Commerce and MSME ministries, among others, on Thursday, with focus on attracting both domestic and overseas investment and revival of small businesses in the country once the lockdown has been lifted. Meanwhile, Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikanta Das on Saturday also held series of meetings with the heads of banks and reviewed the economic situation and implementation of various measures announced by the RBI to reduce the stress in the financial system amid COVID-19. The meeting, which happened in 2 separate sessions through video conferencing, saw the participation of managing directors and CEOs of major public and private sector banks. Let's move on to next news. 44 people living in a building in Delhi's Kapashera have tested positive for coronavirus. The residents had undergone tests nearly 10 days ago. The residents are believed to have contracted the virus from a COVID-19 patient who tested positive on April 18. Now, on the following day, authorities had sealed the entire area and collected samples of 175 people in the locality on April 28th and April 21st. Of the total samples, the result of 67 people arrived today and 44 of them tested positive. The delay in results have raised concern of the possibility of new cases in the area, as the patients may have transferred the virus to other people in the congested locality in southwest district near Gurgaon. Let's move on to next news. Between the lockdown, 8 special trains are being run for workers, students and other stranded people in other states. About 7,000 people are now finally returning to their home through the trains. Some trains have reached their mark, some are on the way. Some first train ran from Lingampalli in Telangana to Hatia in Jharkhand. It reached Hatia late at night yesterday. Similarly, from Nashik to Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh, a train also reached the Bhopal on Saturday morning. The train was sent from Sabarmati as well to Agra in Uttar Pradesh. Another train ran from Ernakulam in Kerala to Bhubaneswar in Odisha on Friday night. It carried close to 1,200 people who were mostly labourers and their families. On the other hand, Shramik special train ran from Nashik in Maharashtra to Lucknow. It had 839 migrant workers. District Collector of Thiruvananthapuram, Gopal Krishnan, has also said that at 2 o'clock this afternoon, another train took off for Hatia in Jharkhand. 1,200 workers also left in this particular train. The guidelines of the Ministry of Home Affairs are being completely followed in running of these trains. Passengers are being seated in coaches with social distancing. They will also be screened and thermal screened on arrival at the concerned station. They will be sent home only after 14 days of quarantine in the home district. Special trains will run only on the request of the state governments. Now, trains will not stop anywhere between the starting and the ending point. It will be the responsibility of the state government to get the workers screened before boarding the trains, and only those who do not have symptoms will be allowed to go. Now, Jharkhand government made a particularly heartening gesture towards the migrant workers who were returning at Hatia railway station. When the migrant workers deboarded the train, they were welcomed with roses and they were also given food packets by the Jharkhand government. This was arranged by Jharkhand government. Now, this is a very good gesture towards the migrant workers who are stranded in different parts of the country for more than a month now without any food and without any job or money. Let's move on to next important news. Workers facing hardship due to the nationwide lockdown are now further bogged down by the Karnataka government. The Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation, also known as KSRTC, is charging a hefty amount of fare to the migrant workers who are willing to travel back to their hometowns in buses. The state government had allowed on 30th April the movement of migrant workers, students stranded in the state, to their hometowns. The decision was followed by the central government's order to allow migrant movement across the country. The state government had arranged for buses for the movement, provided that the migrants will take expenses of bus fare themselves. The decision of the Karnataka state government to withdraw free transport for migrants and instead charge them for transportation in an irrational way has come up as a shock for the migrants. The fares for their transport have been skyrocketed on Friday, stating that the buses cannot carry more than a group of 30 migrants in one bus. The usual fare of these buses was rupees 1 per kilometer, but now it has been raised drastically to rupees 39 per kilometer. Now, according to KSRTC, the fares for an end-to-end non-AC buses from Kalaburgi, Vijaypura, Dharwad and Udupi were increased to rupees 1,619, rupees 1,509, rupees 1,239 and rupees 1,110 respectively. Now, before allowing the migrant workers to travel, the government has ensured that all medical checkups of all and has provided only one entry and exit point for these buses. But what is striking is the migrant workers who are stranded across the country are without any job or without any money or without any food. How fair is it to charge them this much of hefty amount for travelling back to their hometowns? Now, this is what we need to ask the Karnataka government as well, that they should roll back this kind of a hike in the prices for the travel back to their hometowns for migrant workers, and instead the travelling should be completely free for the stranded persons. Well, that's all for coronavirus update today. For more news and update, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.